Hello, I'm Tom Bailey, and today I have the pleasure of being joined by Julia Stege, who's the author of Branding from the Heart and the incredible founder of Magical Marketing Company. So, Julia, hello, and a very warm welcome.
Hi, thanks,
Whereabouts
Tom.
are you in the world right now?
I'm in Sebastopol, California, which is about 60 miles northwest of San Francisco in the beautiful wine country.
Beautiful. And have you got the weather already?
Oh, it's beautiful.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
pretty much pretty perfect.
It's quite stereotypical of someone from the UK talking about the weather, but we don't
Yeah.
quite have it yet.
Yeah, no, it's pretty much beautiful all year round here. And so,
Yeah,
yeah.
very nice. Very jealous, obviously. But thank you very much. And I'm sure people want to get straight onto the subject of Julia. So,
Mm-hmm.
Julia is the magical marketer and helps spiritual entrepreneurs and Renaissance business owners to clarify and express their purpose through marketing that attracts their soul tribe online. And clearly a fascinating subject. And our title for today's episode is How to Attract Your Soul Tribe Online. And Julia's going to show
Yeah.
us how to do that in just under 7 minutes.
Woohoo.
So, question number one for you today, Julia, is who are your ideal clients typically?
Typically highly creative, cutting edge, entrepreneurs, I'm calling them Renaissance entrepreneurs
Hmm.
who have a variety of talents that they combine in order to come up with new solutions. But typically, they haven't figured out how to express the uniqueness and brilliance of what they're doing
Got it.
to the greater audience of the world,
Yeah,
especially
perfect. And
not online. So I
yeah,
help
and
them with that for sure.
excellent. And I guess this challenge they have that they're unable to express themselves in the way that they want. And what typical knock-on effects or challenges does this have for them?
Well, do you mean like what kind of results does that create in their
Y-
lives? Like
Yeah,
not
or
attracting the right clients
yeah.
would be
Hmm.
their real like not attracting people who get them
Yeah,
and get their value and
got
not
it.
being able to express that value in a way that people are like, this is what I've been looking for my whole life.
Yeah, so it's that not having that instant connection, maybe not on the same wavelength as these people. And I guess if they're attracting the wrong people, what impact does this typically have on their business or their
It's
results?
terrible because often they find that they have to explain themselves, that people are saying, I don't get what you do.
Hmm.
Um, and then they start doubting themselves or that they're supposed to be doing something different when really they have a cutting edge path. It's important for them to bring it out now.
Yeah.
And they can't go to people that don't understand them
Hmm.
and then change their whole thing. That's
Of
the
course.
terrible, terrible results. Or
Got
they
it.
could succeed financially, but just inside, just know this is just not it.
Yeah. Yeah. Never feel fulfilled or satisfied or that they've finally reached their potential.
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess when people are stuck in this place, what is one piece of valuable advice that you might give to somebody to really help them solve that problem?
So when I start working with people, I tell them to forget everything they ever learned about marketing or
Hmm.
business or even what their parents told them they could or couldn't do or their teachers. Just forget everything. In fact, forget all thoughts and come into a place of complete silence
Got
and
it.
then allow the greater part of yourself, i.e., your soul, to
Hmm.
guide you into determining what are you doing here?
Yeah.
Who are you born to serve? What are you meant to say to them? And what can you offer them that's going to transform their lives and transform the world? And your soul knows the answer to all of this. It just becomes very confusing when we go to experts who then tell us we have to niche it down and we have to
Hmm.
do this thing and this marketing thing that feels very alienating and possibly untrue that we have to like engage in trickery or something like that.
Yeah, I got it.
It's so far away from where we really want to be. So
Perfect.
our
And
soul won't guide us there, I
uh,
promise
excellent. And for those people that are really interested in taking that next step, do you have a valuable free resource that you can share to really help
you. I
people
do.
solve that problem?
So
What
I
is it?
have a book and it's called
Hmm.
Branding from the Heart: How to Share Your Purpose Through Marketing That Attracts Your Tribe and Inspires a Revolution. And this
Perfect.
is obviously a love revolution.
Yeah.
Um, and you can get that at brandingfromtheheartbook.com. You'll get the ebook version of this. And what
Perfect.
this does is this guides you through steps to tapping inside of you, and try not to be too practical. Be more in like, what does your heart say, or what does your soul
Hmm.
say? And who are you born to serve? What do you want? What's connecting you? Like, kind of exploring those questions and actually coming up with some branded messages and titles and stuff like that. I'll guide you in how to do that in this book. It's pretty much what
Perfect.
I've been taking my clients through for the past 15 years.
And having that branded message that's in congruence with yourself and your own passions, that's so important, isn't it?
Well, then what happens is that when you speak, your people recognize you.
Yeah. Yeah.
And there's a
Yeah.
bit about the visual aesthetic too, is how do
Hmm.
you reveal yourself visually, especially when it's online?
Hmm.
How do you express yourself visually
Got
with
it.
vibrational visuals
Perfect. And,
that
and I guess,
attract them?
yeah, for people to follow that step-by-step ebook, just go to brandingfromtheheartbook.com. I'll
Yeah.
also post the link to that below either this video or audio, whichever one you're listening to.
Thank you, Tom.
And then people can dive right in and get involved with that. So a couple more questions, and this one's a little bit off topic. It's more about yourself. So what would you say is your greatest failure that you've made, either in life or business, and what did you learn from that failure?
I would say I would combine my failures into not pursuing the arts.
Hmm.
So while I've been an artist and for hire for 40 years,
Yeah.
I have I didn't until recently in the past few years paint very often. Though I had this desire to do so, I thought I wasn't good enough. I didn't sing, I didn't act in plays, I didn't do musicals, I didn't do concerts.
Hmm.
I didn't even garden. I didn't do things that there was a part of me that like I wish I could do that, but something was stopping me, which was just
Yeah.
this thought, I'm not good enough.
Yeah.
And so the mistake is in believing that you have to be perfect before you can do anything creative. And that I wish I could go back in time and just tell my younger self, it doesn't matter if you're not perfect. You can be inspiring not only to yourself but to other people, even in your imperfect expression.
Yeah, and it's so difficult when we're at an early stage to compare ourselves to people that have already made it.
Or
Think
who
to
are
ourselves,
naturally brilliant.
yeah, exactly, yeah, yeah,
You're hanging out at class with some Picasso and you're like,
yeah,
I'm not that good.
yeah. So then you
But
just
you
give up
can be not that good and still inspire people.
and still
That's what I
enjoy it.
discovered. Yeah,
Hmm.
very
Perfect. Well,
late.
yes, thank you very much for sharing that. And the last question from me is, what is one question that I should have asked you that will give great value to our audience today?
How can being your authentic self transform the world?
And how can it?
I believe that in bringing our full self to what we're doing, let's say in our business, which is the place where we're really going out there and sharing,
Yeah.
that when we bring our full creative self and we do things that are even vulnerable, but that are a pure expression of who we are, that actually can create a whole new renaissance revolution
Hmm.
where we're solving the problems of the world together creatively.
Perfect. Awesome. Final point. Thank you very much for that. And again, thanks for your time today. I've really enjoyed meeting you and finding out all about
Thank
you and
you.
what you do. And I'm
Here's
sure
a
there's
little
loads of,
magic for your people.
look at that. And for those people listening on the podcast, we've just had a little wand waved over us. So thanks again, Julia. Great to meet you. And hopefully I'll speak to you again very soon.
Thank you so much, Tom. But what a pleasure.